Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. We want to welcome all of you to SKTV. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's edition. We want to welcome you. I know you have been waiting and anticipating us coming on. Sorry, we are a few minutes late here. Um, we had some technical issues that we had to settle, but we want to welcome all of you. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome to the show. Today, as you can see the headline, the opposition. A lot is happening. A lot has happened. A lot will happen. But welcome to the show. Today we have the perfect opportunity to have a conversation about the opposition. Yes, we want to talk the opposition. Welcome to the show. Please share the show. Help us share the show. Um, let's have a conversation here really quick, really quick. Welcome to the show. Um, I know some people have been fighting us for this Barcelona business. We are still in our Barcelona regalia. We don't care about all your hit. But welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I'm grateful to be alive. Welcome to the show. Let's share the show, please. Invite someone. Um, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Want to welcome all of you. Today is, can you imagine? Today is May 12th. Today is May 12th. May the 12th, 2022. I want to welcome each and every one of you. Let's invite someone. Let's share the show. Thank you for joining us. We want to welcome those of our viewers and our followers from around the world, those in Australia, those in Canada, and those in other places. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to each and every one of you. We want to thank you for being here with us today on SKTV. Let's share the show. Very interesting stuff is going on. Very interesting. We are working on getting the two gentlemen that have been on Facebook making accusations and also letting us know about some of the things that are going on. We are working on getting both of them on. So we'll see how best we can have them on here. Hopefully by Saturday. The deal is not 100%, but we're working on it. But in the meantime, we want to welcome all of you. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for tuning in. We want to welcome the Liberian people. As always, we want to reference the Liberian people as the most important people on earth. But most importantly, we'd like to welcome the Liberian women as the most beautiful women on earth. Let's share the show. Today we have a couple of things to talk about, and then we will open the line and hear from you as well. And we should call it a day. We should call it a day. As we start this weekend, a lot is happening. A lot will happen. But somebody said to me this few days, when you can get tired, what they are talking the laboratory will not tell you. The laboratory not serious. They lead a business they put in, they're not serious. They not let good people. They not let good things. I said it's okay. We can't sit on the sidelines and not say nothing or do anything. So let's share the show while we're at it. Um, and we'll get going here. Help us to share the show. Invite someone. We want to talk about the opposition. The opposition. And we have talking points to incorporate the government as well. Because governments make up opposition. So we do have talking points about the government as well. And how the government is spinning something that looks, sounds, and feels very funny and fishy. We want to talk about it. We want to talk about the plot of the opposition within the opposition. Very interesting. We would think that, plots, especially good plots, we normally don't term them as plots. We term them as strategies, would be executed by the opposition to go on. But on the contrary, is a lot different for this other group of oppositions. So we want to talk about it. In other news, just before we go to the musical break and share the show. In other news, the government keeps fooling around and tying rope on their own neck. In other news, that's good for them. The government keeps fooling around and tying rope on their own neck. That is good for them as long as that's what they want to do. They keep messing around. They don't intend to do what is right. They're not ready to do what is right. But in other news, Front Page Africa keeps dropping, like we say, drip, and drips. But Front Page Africa has some interesting facts surrounding this whole money laundering Sheikh Bashir case. But they keep dropping it drip by drip. Don't be surprised if one of your favorite people or person is found culpable into this mess. And don't think for any second that this case is going away anytime soon. Don't think so. Nope. It is not. It is just practically impossible for this case to just vanish, especially where it is now and the rate at which it is going. But that's in other news. In other news, there has been a plan by a couple of people, some within the opposition, some out of the opposition, that act like they are neutral, but we know that they're not neutral. To send a coordinated message as to some different things that are going on. Some different things that are going on to confuse the public because, quote unquote, the Liberian people are gullible. I don't think so. I think we are gradually and essentially graduating from a state of gullibility. Gradually, we are graduating. We are moving away from the state of gullibility. So I do not think so. I do not think we are gullible. I don't want to think so. I don't think the Liberian people are gullible. But In other news, also, um, some of your serious talk show hosts and big people have been instructed by Nathaniel McGill and the government to put Bashir on the bus. But they're messing around. They are messing around big time. In America, we say they're tripping. They are tripping. They are tripping big time about this whole Bashir thing. This whole Sheikh Bashir thing, they're tripping. They're tripping about it. One of my friends, one of my good friends, one of my good friends keeps playing around, but let them keep playing around. We are here to have this conversation about the opposition, and we're going to get into it. Um, let's share the show. And I will recognize one or two people really quick, especially if you write. And we'll be back and get straight into our talking points and into this conversation. So let's recognize one or two people. Miata, welcome to the show. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. Is that Check, welcome to the show. Ansu, my man Ansu, what's up, my man? Good to see you, bro. It's always a pleasure. My man, I didn't even call you, said shame on me. I didn't even call you the other day. Sorry, my man, I've been a little busy here. Mr. Berdinois, welcome to the show. Robin, it's been a while. Where you been? I need to come Minnesota and look for you. Oh, you brought another talking point. First of all, Robin, I don't normally tell females this, but I think I will tell you it. You're not being factual. Yes, I did say sometimes last year that there would be sanction. I did say that. I did say it, that there would be sanction. I never put a date on it. So be factual about what you're saying. I don't intend to be rude or mean to you, but that's just the fact. Stick with the facts. I did not say come July 2021 there will be sanction. That is not true. So let's get that clear. But long story short, I miss you. It's good seeing you. I haven't seen you writing for a while and I have not been in touch with you for a while. Hope to be in touch and good to see you. Let's move forward. Who is this person that keep taking Beverly Pajibo's name? Who is this kid? Straight from the core group back here. So you know what? Beverly got to hear about this. Somebody using her name. Daniel, welcome to the show. James, thank you, my man. Thank you that I'm a joke about the fire body. I don't think that means you're talking to because you spell somebody's name and not my name. Maybe if you work on your spelling to spell my name correctly. I'm not saying you can spell that, but to spell my name correctly, maybe it'll make more sense. Welcome to the show, James. James Tanu. Welcome to the show, my brother. That's not how my name is spelled. But we move. Romeo, my man, what's up? What's up, Chief? Yvette. I say Yvette, my girl Yvette now she says she put her phone together now, she put everything together now, she can be on the show. Power with this town. That's good. Emmanuel, welcome to the show. Venetius, welcome to the show. Um, Lavito, Benjamin, welcome to the show. My man, oh, okay. All right. Well, you laughing? Beverly people gotta hear about this. Whoever impersonating Beverly gotta hear about this. She has to. Beverly has to hear about this. Well, folks, let's get to the musical break quick so that we can get into this show. We want to welcome each and every one of you welcome to the show. Welcome and welcome. Again, we want to say thanks to all of you. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Nathan, first name Africanus. That's an interesting name. But I think I like the name as well. That is an interesting name. But let's share the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm not sure. I got to ask Sekou. I'm not sure if the issue with the alert has been resolved. That I'm not sure about. I wouldn't be able to do much about it, but we will see if it has been resolved or not. I'm not sure. Samira, welcome to the show. Who is this cool group? I keep seeing, I think I've seen it all around different people's feed on Facebook today. Tapla, so what is the story, mommy? What is the topic? Tapla, come on, man. The topic is on there. Look at the topic on there, my man. Just look at the topic on there. It talks about the opposition. It doesn't mean that we're not talking about the government, though. Jimmy Eastman. Jimmy, how are you, Chief? I follow your show. I follow the show you were on Sunday or so forth. Good to have you on Focus on Liberia. I follow you as well. I follow the show, great conversation though. Yeah, we are the silent majority who can follow in the back. we watching on this thing. So we'll follow it. Jimmy Eastman, good to see you, bro. Just before we go to the break, this week was a good week for me. I'm grateful to God. It was my son's birthday. Yes. I know many of you are, oh, why wouldn't see on Facebook? Nope. Don't do that. Don't play like that. Because I know us Liberians, once we get comfortable, our own comfort is equivalent to disrespect. And I don't do that. I don't bring people in my private space. No. So it was my son's birthday, but we move because everything is well. Sekou is not on vacation. He could come in today. Sekou has some meetings and some things that he's running behind the last minute. So that's why he's not on. Telvi is on a meeting. She will come in at some point here as well. But let's get quickly to the musical break. Let's get quickly to the musical break and we'll be back right now. Right now, we'll get straight into one or two videos for you to listen to them for very short. And we'll talk quick. Some people have complained that the music we can play can be too long. They have complained They have complained to me. They have complained to SKTV leadership. So let's move quick to one of the short musics, okay? Let's move quick to one of the short music.
You don't even know my story. You don't even know your story, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you know, on the beat, I be a loca. So moral. You post your new car on Facebook. But that's so la la. You work the butter. Loving and acting jealous, say you photo. My advice for you in my way, I got to confess. Confession. You gotta confess. You must have the impression. Enjoyment. Got your blessing. Enjoyment. No more stressing. Enjoyment. Got your blessing. Enjoyment. No more stressing.
It's ever na beat. Another man trash is another man treasure. Another man fool was another man poison. Got your good, according to your measurement. Got your good, according to your measurement. The player ain't way you put it. Just because of impression, impression, fake impression, impression, yeah. You don't even know my story, or you want to share my glory, oh yeah. Everywhere you my way, oh way, oh Zangale. Everywhere you my way, oh way, oh Zangale. Even touch you my way, oh way, oh.
Enjoyment, enjoyment, got your blessing. Enjoyment, enjoyment, no more stressing. Enjoyment, enjoyment, got your blessing. Enjoyment, enjoyment, no more stressing. Jeje, jeje, the hammer you driving a thing to keke, keke. This a ballin'. The thing that we talking, it must stay right here. Stop spoiling my me. I'm living my life, oh. See, I'm living my life, oh. If you tell you, hey, oh, hey, oh. If you hold you, hey, oh, hey, oh. If you hate you, you know, hey, oh, hey, oh. If you tell you, hey, oh. You don't even know my story. Enjoyment, enjoyment.
Oh my god, you're cute.
Enjoyment, enjoyment, no more stressing. Enjoyment, enjoyment, got your blessing.
All right. Since I don't want to get in trouble, since I don't want people reporting me, I cut the music short for us to get into it. But let me recognize one or two more people, and then we'll get straight into the conversation here. Gola King. What is that? Degan. Harris Talker. Who is that? Supreme. I don't know who you are, but I don't know who you are. But let's move into the conversation here. As you can see on the headline, it states the opposition. And yes, we want to talk about the opposition. Before we get into talking about the opposition, I'd like to lay the basic in the context for this part of the conversation today. And the basics or context for this part of the conversation that we're having today is the fact that it all started with four political parties: the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, the All Liberian Party, and which is the ALP, and the ANC, the Alternative National Congress. For those of you who are following us, I will take my own time to go into this really quick to give you the history, and then we'll move. The ANC is headed by Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. The ALP, All Liberian Party, is headed by Benina Ure. The LP, the Liberty Party, is currently headed by Chairman Musa Bilete. Former political leader was Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence. And the Unity Party is headed by Jose Yuman Boakai. Sometimes, after the elections, this is public knowledge, I just want to run over it really quick. They decided to come back after the 2017 election, decided to come together to form a party, one party. They formed this party, or they formed this group, this coalition called the CPP, or however you want to term it, not coalition, this people who came together, yet they still maintain their independence, but they have rules, that governed them. When they brought the first framework document out to the public, we criticized it as people who are not members of the CPP. Some of us, we criticized it. We provided them with feedback openly. Some were done behind closed doors. We communicated with some of the leaders, some people within the CPP. Fast forward, it's interesting to know that while they were doing all of that, there was the opposition planning amongst themselves. First of all, just think about it. Now, let me say this to my fellow brothers and sisters who are in CDC. Opposition is a normal thing, and it should be. There must be opposition. Let me say it again. Opposition is not a bad thing. No. As a matter of fact, in any democratic setting, there must be opposition. Opposition must be encouraged. Now, I know part of the history of Liberia, which is unfortunate and is very sad, is for us to lie on people. Most Liberians lie. Most Liberians, they lie on people. I'm not saying gossip. I'm saying lie. Especially when you are in the political arena. They lie on you and they say it's politics. Let me be clear. Let us be clear here today. Lying on someone does not equate to politics. It is not politics. Lying is not politics. Let me say it again. When you hear most Liberians, especially the grown-ups, saying you don't understand Liberian politics, all they're saying is either you don't want to agree with their lies, you don't want to be part of their lies or their games. They term it as politics. And the reason I'm saying this is because due to this, some of these lies, whether from the past or so forth, or some of these conspiracies, or propaganda where people come in the public and they lie with both faces and they go away with it in Liberia or amongst us, it has created problems. It has created personal problems for some people. It has created a family problem for others. Some people lost their life because of this. History has been told that former President Doe and other regime would even go on. Example, accuse the vice president of planning a plot to kill them, set themselves up. That's the allegation. That's what's written in the papers. That's what's written on record. Only to go back and kill these people or to put them in jail. What sense does that make? When people lied and they're caught in the lies, they say that politics. So, long story short, the opposition that should have been working together to strategize on doing the right thing did not. They started to plot against or amongst themselves. It is alleged that within the opposition, they had opposition. Very interesting. It sounds very scary. But then the person they were plotting against, or the person they were going against, and I'll play the tapes here of two different gentlemen so you can listen to them very briefly. Many of us will blame this person, which is Alexander Cummings. Many of you, including myself, who knows better, we believe Alexander Cummings knows better to not have joined these guys from the get-go. He joined them. Given. He joined them. He's wrong. 100% wrong. And up until today, he will take that fault and that blame for the rest of his life. And so are the people in the ANC. They can swing it around, they can justify, they can say whatever. That move was wrong. When something is wrong today, it is wrong today, it is wrong tomorrow, it will be wrong day after tomorrow, and for the future. Oh, my sister Helena Naka again. Leave me, man. Don't distract our conversation here today. You laugh. You not distract me. So, Mr. Cummings joined these guys. Let's agree. Gavin, let's agree. I also know that there are some good Liberians. I know that. I'm friends, have family members with very, very good Liberians with reputation. I know that. Yes, good people can get into politics. There's nothing wrong with it. Religious people can get into politics. Nothing wrong with it. Educated people can get into politics. Nothing wrong with it. Poor people can get into politics. Nothing wrong with it. Country people can get into politics. Nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, politics is not deception. I'll give you an example. When people use politics as deception, there is a price to pay. I'll give you an example. You can say it is politics in the United States for some people who support President Donald Trump, or they're just making the case political. When Donald Trump picks up the phone and calls the Secretary of State in Atlanta, Georgia, after the election, and tells the Secretary of State that he's missing so and so amount of votes, and if there is anything that can be done, that is coercion. That is against the law. So if Joe Biden takes over and they decide to look into that case, that's not politics. That is the right thing to do. Someone did wrong, so you go after them for doing the wrong to hold them accountable. Holding people accountable is not politics, especially when they've done wrong. It is doing the right thing. On the contrary, in Liberia, you don't make up stories on people and try to get them in trouble. And you say it's politics. That is not politics. No, that is not politics. That's evil. That's wrong. And I want to say to all of you, I don't care about Mr. Cummings' business. I don't care about his political ambitions or his life or whatever it is. I don't. What I care about is change. It's the right thing being done. And whether that right thing is done for Joseph Human Boakai to benefit him and to benefit the Liberian people, then let's all stand to what is right and ensure that it is done. Whether it is done for George Weah, then let's stand with George Weah and let's stand with what is right so that the right thing can be done. Whether it's done for Bernard Ayure, then let's stand for it. We can't ignore it and say this is politics. No, that's not true. It's not politics. It's not politics. People's life, the repetition, the hard-earned money cannot be played around with or tampered with and say it's politics. So let's get to the allegation really quick. Let's get to this allegation really quick. And I hope this video plays. Let me get this quick here. Okay, I think the video, like it did last time, overplayed. So let me remove it. I'll put it back in there really quick. Sorry, guys. It will take a few seconds. Help us share the show in the meantime, because this is getting very interesting, and we must talk to the conscience of people, the one that makes sense. I'm not here for, oh, this is politics, oh, the Liberian politics, oh, no. Not at the expense, not us repeating the same mistakes, not us doing the same thing, not us trying to deliberately hurt other people or create harms or problems. Because these are some of the things that led to the war. These are some of the things that led to the war. People felt that their rights were trampled on. Other people sat there and say, oh, that politics. We're getting to the nitty-gritty of this thing. No, they're not politics, my people. They're not politics, yeah? You can't decide to go after somebody and lie on them, or a group of people and say, oh, that's politics, or in the name of politics. No, they're not politics. Let the truth be the truth. And many of us, I think that's what we should be standing for. Give me a second, guys. I'm not sure why this video is not playing. Okay. Give me a second, please, guys. This video was playing earlier. Oh, man. Sorry, you're sorry. Let me say it the Liberian way. You're sorry. No, Helena, I don't believe only income is, that is your view. That is not a fact. You need to stick with the facts, my sister. I don't know what you call you believe in communists. I'm grown, I can speak for myself. You believe only in communists? No, that's a wrong assertion, my sister. That is what you think. I do not believe in an individual. I believe in the truth. I believe in what is right. Let's do what is right as a people. That's what I believe in. That's what I want. And maybe if you join me, then you will see, reason to want to do what is right. And I think that should be our goals. Whether you support President George Weah or you support somebody else, it doesn't matter. Your choice is your choice. But let's not allow our support for people, this thing, I'm not sure why this thing is not playing. Man, this thing. Guys, give me a second. I beg you, bear with me. This video has refused to play. And it was just playing. Give me a second, guys. Everything was all set up, ready to go. Let me do this again. One more time. Yes, it's not. Okay, very good. Very, very good. It's finally playing. I want to move it up to.
Or should be restored in an effect.
I would like to move it up to somewhere here. And we will listen to this. Let's get this shared here really quick. I do not. My sister Helena, I told you, don't give me hard time on this show here today. You not come by again. Like the problem with you, you're here. Yeah. They want to give me hard time. Helena, leave me, mama. Don't give me hard time today. I beg you, please. Today, let me enjoy myself. Let me enjoy the show. Yeah, I beg you. But let's get to this video. I want you to listen, please.
Is that sufficient reason for us to tear Liberty Party apart? So you see, the real intent is to bring in 2015. But I get news for then. 2015 is no more. Senator Kanga will no more have absolute power in our party. No way. If we can reach consensus on things, even Chairman Benedict, who is the acting moderator, he doesn't have absolute power in the party. When we can reach consensus, we vote. The majority of the vote take the day. How do we run a democratic system and want to run autocracy at the same time? We cannot do it. So, Tima, this has stay what to the CPP. Greed also entered the CPP. But Tima, I will give some revelation on the radio today for the CPP. Go ahead. When we started working together, remember I was a co-chair on the drafting committee of the CPP framework document and a member of the validation committee. When we started working together as 4 constituent parties, we were suspicious about one another. Yes, so Labour Party suspicious about UP suspicious about ANC, so we're suspicious about one another. That's the facts that I am saying on the radio. And I will put people to challenge these facts. When we were suspicious of one another, everybody was trying to protect their party and their constituency, but we were more suspicious about Mr. Cummings and about ANC. Why? Because ALP, LP, and UP thought that Mr. Cummings will leave the collaboration and he had just come to benefit from the collaboration.
You thought he would leave the CPP?
And what the party SG, and give you the information. So we thought, so what we did, we conspired with good intent. We said we will introduce. So the revision or by the lawyers was an opportunity for us to introduce the clause. That clause did not come from ANC or Mr. Cummings. It came from us because we were more suspicious.
But why did people suspect that he will leave?
The politics is that interest. Everybody thought the way he was moving, the way he was mobilizing people, the way so everybody thought that he was moving over speed. Remember now, some people think that they see CPP political or Stena Barrow they were more swear. Some people thought that they must be faster than Barrow. So Mr. Cummings moving too fast. So everybody suspicious about ANC. We even founded a group that we call core group. In our core group, only ALP, LP, and UP in our core group. I challenge them if they can deny it.
How can people be so mischievous at this?
I am telling you, Tim, the intent was good. The intent was, we think we will stay, but ANC will go. And then Liberian people hope on this CPP so much as a vehicle for our change. So anybody who we think that want go, we must do so you must stay. So the intent was good. But listen.
No, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. That's what I would say, because you were suspicious that this Cummings man will leave.
Exactly.
Maybe he would leave if nothing happened, he is interested, he will leave. So nobody will leave. We tie together.
We tie everybody together. So the intent was, this is the only
that was the creation of the core group now.
Exactly. This is the only intent. I am reviewing this thing on the radio. This is the intent, and so, let's make sure that
Costa said in one of his editions that it was Cummings who put it there.
Tima, I don't like to reference Costa. I don't like to reference it, and I'll talk about that later on. But Timas,
wow,
the intent was for us to make CPP work at all costs. And since we're more suspicious about ANC, so we will put this there to tie back. So the lawyer was encouraged about this to put there. Today, I see the very thing that we thought was for Mr. Cummings, and so if Mr. Cummings leave, the thing will hold the Labour Party leave, it will hold the Labour Party. The thing is,
let's go back. This is interesting. Let's go back. We'll put this clause there. Mm-hmm. So even when Cummings leave, he will not be able to go as ANC.
Exactly.
After 6 months after the wow.
Exactly. Timas, we wanted this thing to work at all costs. This is why when I see the very people who will play this thing together, behaving the way they are behaving, I'm like, wow. This country is far from being delivered with this kind of people.
Let me get some specific. Was JMB in the know of this coup? Was Wakefield in the know of this coup? Was my own girl me in the know of this group of this thing, the CPP? This loss.
I'm seeing the political parties.
Wow.
UP, ALP, and LP was most suspicious about Mr. Cummings. We were in the know. We knew that this man is moving too fast. We had so many discussions about it. And we said, look, at this point in time...
Moving too fast, were you afraid of his money?
Not necessarily his money. Like I said, there were people who thought that they were mother swear and they were coming to this thing of we're all in a contest. We're all in all Vassana borough. We're all in a contest. So they just thought that.
Okay, well, courtesy of 50/50, that was an interview aired on the 10th, 2 days ago, with Martin Kola. Now, it would interest you to know that Martin Kola is the Secretary General. It will also interest you to know that Martin Kola worked in the office of Senator DeLong. And when you have the time, I'll encourage you to go through that. But some might say, well, that's, I know some people, even if you were to bring Jesus here to say the truth, they will still doubt that he's saying the truth because it is not in their interest or quote unquote, not what they want to hear at that time. But when people of no character tell them something, they run with it. That's the kind of country or society we find ourselves in. But I want to move fast forward to another guy. If you follow this, Momo Samula, if you follow the previous interview, you will realize that Momo Samula did call, and he was scheduled to come on as well. So I'd like you to listen to Momo Samula also, who was part of this whole halubalu. He's aware of what's going on. I'd like to bring Momo Samula in as well, because we need to get this clear off the way really quick and get into the conversation. So let's get Momo Samula in. And these are allegations that I made. It would interest you also to know that since these allegations were made, none of the three parties that were alleged in this allegation have said anything. None of them have responded. So it's quite interesting
to decide on leaving the CPP, to give a mandate to the political leader and the national chairman to withdraw from the CPP. I did not vote in support.
That was December last year.
December 23rd, 2021.
Okay.
I did not vote in support of that. Along with myself, who did not vote was Chairman Alfred Jebo. He was the chairman of Magibi at the time. And he was also there's a group called the Council of Chairpersons. Mm-hmm. He was the head of that group. So the following Monday, immediately after Christmas, we were informed, and I believe it was noticed that we did not support it, because I would say like 99% of what occurred in the ELP I was in knowledge of. So we were not informed that the lawsuit was taking place on that particular time.
What did your political leader, your Senate bearer then, Benin, tell you why he was withdrawing from the CPP?
Initially, I did not get the direct information from him. I got it from my chairman at the time, mm-hmm. And the information was that the CPP document was tampered with.
By whom?
It was alleged by the ENC and Mr. Cummings.
Do you believe that?
No, I don't. I definitely don't. Because even when the information was received, I am surprised that even the chairman who received the document was a little surprised. I mean, who received the information was a little surprised.
See, Max, this is getting interesting. We're getting more revelations about the self-destructions by the CPP. Is it fair to ask, based on this group that was formed, is that the beginning? Do you think that was the beginning of the destruction of the CPP?
I would say that was the beginning. That was the beginning of the organization of the destruction of the CPP. Because I would say it came from my end, from my party's end.
Which party?
The ALP.
ALP.
Yeah, I would say from the ALP.
Is the political leader is aware of that?
I would say this with no remorse of conscience. The political leader was
was a strong voice in the ALP. I mean, in the CPP.
You lost your
And-
country, as you claim, and
Yes.
you came back to maybe effect changes, and you saw a destruction coming within. Why you didn't speak up?
It was kind of difficult to just speak out at the time. There were several factors involved. Look,
Example.
we are in Africa. People die, and you don't even get to know who killed these people. My security is also involved. It took me courage.
It's
and-
like a politician telling me that he doesn't want to go to jail, but he wants to be in the state house.
I wouldn't say that. Going to jail and being assassinated are two different things.
It's a shame not to talk. It's a shame not. You don't think they will kill you?
I know it's not safe. I don't think it is safe, but I will speak out.
So
I will risk my life to speak out that the truth will be heard.
So let me go back to this. You people have this surreptitiously from this group with a specific mandate to ostracize commies. And according to you, commies was unaware. When you that's one guy among four other guys, and you go with afraid of him. He didn't get out. You wanted him to get it. You wanted to tie him to that. What was the sole intent?
The sole intent was we ostracize comments. He remains in the CPP.
He can't get out?
He can't get out, and the presidential ambition is done.
So
And that what it would have been.
So when that couldn't happen, you put the third mandate was, the second mandate was start making noise for tampering with documents.
So I tell you this much about the tampering with document, right? For me, it's kind of a challenge. It's like T-Max, you gave me money to give to him in the night.
Mhm.
And I go to him and I gave him the money. He doesn't give me a receipt. Then the next morning he said, well, somebody didn't give me that money, man. So I said, but T-Max, I gave him the money. You know, and he said, no, you didn't give me the money. What's the proof? Nobody was there. So if something was authorized, the leaders review this document.
All of them.
Then the leaders reviewed this document, and it was sent to this team of lawyers because there were some legal stuff that should have been put in the document. We are not lawyers. It's a legal document. We had a team of lawyers, Kofi Woods and others, and this team did their work. So if you invite the team of lawyers and something is placed in the document and you are aware of what was there, then you say no, we didn't authorize it.
So, Timas, let's ask this guy. Don't walk away here. Are you part of the conspiracy against Kumis for the destruction?
I was initially in the core group, and it was not just me alone. Martin Kuna was.
You are facing it. You are facing the camera. You are facing the camera.
I'm not part of this conspiracy to ostracize Mr. Cummings.
He didn't speak out.
Who did not speak up? Martin?
We just hearing it.
I'm just hearing it. It was just yesterday Martin himself told you.
No, I mean before then.
Yeah, it was even yesterday you heard about the core group. And you hearing from me today, and I decided to speak out because T-Max called my number, and I could not run away from the truth.
What would have happened if T-Max didn't call you?
I would have continued, like I said, I initiated some actions. I resigned from the ALP. Since my resignation from the ALP, I told in my resignation statement, I said that I resigned because of policy differences. And when I resigned along with 10 senior officials. I mean, these were county chairpersons, these were stalwarts. If they did not believe in the reason why we resigned, they would not have resigned. You know, in politics in Liberia, many people will say, these guys were paid, that's why they resigned. Not a dime we received, because we have received a dime, but now I will have a brand new car. I mean, everybody knows the kind of
Did people know the political consequences, the insertion of that diabolical clause mean to Liberian people? Vis-a-vis the CPP, the unity of the CPP. You put a clause there that you know will be problematic.
All right, well, folks, you can follow this interview in its entirety on 50/50's page Now, I want to be clear about something. I want to be emphatically clear about something. We cannot confirm or deny these allegations on SKTV. We are hoping to have both gentlemen sometime this weekend with us about this conversation. They've challenged openly the 3 other political leaders or parties or members about this allegation. And if they, in our laboratory, if they try it, they have evidence to provide that to substantiate the claims. This is very interesting. I'm not here to say this is lie, this is true, this is not true. There are some things we are in the know of or about. But again, when you say these things, people say, oh, you support a person, you support that person. That's your view. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the fact. You don't have to support somebody to stand with the truth or to say the truth. You don't. I think the truth should be the truth. If someone is in the wrong, this is a plot. This is a plot. And we've seen it all along. All of us watch this drama unfold in the public. But here's what's a little boggling. There is a conspiracy since Mr. Cummings and the ANC commissioned this investigation. There is a conspiracy by the government, some members of the opposition, to do something that you are not paying attention to, because they understand the implication of this investigation. They claim that the investigation will not impact the judiciary ruling or whatever comes from the courts, given they claim that Cummings paid for this. You know, when I hear some people who don't understand some of these things say certain things, it just makes me laugh. I'll give you an example. On Spoon Talk, you will hear some people say, or the CEO say, why Mr. Cummings didn't take the money and call for a autopsy for this other person or that other person. That's not only ignorance at the highest level. That's childish in itself. But again, let's be honest. We understand that some people don't understand some things. And they're compensating for some things that they don't understand. And we can see it, which is fine. But it's also embarrassing. But here's the point I'm driving at. There's this conspiracy, and we know about it. We've gotten the information that they would pressure the ANC or Mr. Cummings to take a partial blame because they are cornered. So let me tell you how they are on Facebook or other media perpetrating themselves or moving around. And it started off with Senator Darius Dillon on Sunday. If you listen to Senator Darius Dillon podcast on Sunday, he believes, he thinks, he feels, he understands that Mr. Alexander Cummings might not have directly let me address somebody quick, and I need to address it. Fokpa Kato. The reason I'm addressing you is because I want to clear the air. Let me read your comment. I have to address that. I can't let it slide. Somebody will say, don't get distracted. No, I'm not distracted. I just need to clarify this. You seem to know all the rights. I don't seem to know all the rights. But one thing I know is I know lie when I see a lie. That I know. So when lies are added up, are not adding up, when things are not adding up, when you are pissing on my head and telling me that it's raining, and you think I should fall for it, because you have decided, you and other people have decided to fall for that, so I should fall in line with that. No, it doesn't cut it, my brother. It does not cut it. It doesn't cut it. I might not know everything, but I know one thing for a fact, that you will not piss on my head and tell me it's raining. I know that will not happen. That will not happen. with my age and my experience in life, no, you can't pay somebody and tell me it's raining. But let's move forward. Since you want attention, I'll give you some more attention. Let's move forward. This conspiracy and it's well calculated and well planned. You have seen Stanton Witherspoon for 3 days or 4 days straight, along with his puppet, Keith Hassan. Keith should get in last name to Witherspoon. Because I think he's reached the stage now wherein he's now only confused. But it's getting worse by the days. And it's embarrassing that you have other people on the Spoon platform who should know better, who should speak out. Who should know better, who should speak out. I'm sitting there and allowing Stanton Witherspoon to spew gibberish. And nobody can check in. Let me tell you what can happen at that stage. Let me tell you what's happening at that stage. You see the thing they call compromise? When you are compromised, even your voice can be taken away. You can be read there. Your voice can be taken away from you. When you are compromised, you will know the right thing. You will sit right there. Even your own interest will be in your face. And you sit there and put a smirk on your face or a laugh on your face and make it look like it's a normal thing or it's a joking thing. And that's why I can always say, you can be in America and be compromised. You have a bigger problem for the rest of your life. America, what got things like McDonald's? Yes, Levy, we're on YouTube. You can't be in America and allow somebody to control you. The land, what? The land of the brave and of the free, and you are compromised? And McDonald's, America, McDonald's, you can even sweep or flow proudly. You will earn a living. And you put yourself in a position where somebody control what you say. Somebody will sit and be talking nonsense. And you sit there and you make it look like a joke. And the Liberian people, some of the ANC people, some of them is sad. It is very, very sad and unfortunate that you keep running. It's like I said last time, somebody pregnant you as a woman. Then that same person come back and win the child. I'm telling you. One time somebody called me and they tried to joke with me. Oh, my man, you think you can ever be what they call on spoon talk? You know how to do the person? I say that nonsense I can see you're doing. That same day, Stanton will keep me off the set. But I will make sure I keep him in check before he keep me off the set because that's his show. I will keep him in check that he shouldn't bring a foolish, limited mind to me. I don't play like that. I don't fall in line. That's why some of these jokers you see on Facebook, they used to, that's why you see them when they're talking about Stanton, they can hold back, they can hold their tongue. They used to go to the office and you will get them money. When you get them money, then you turn around and talk about it. They in your pocket. I challenge them to come in public and go after him or to call him out on it wrong. I challenge them today. They will not do it. You know why they will not do it? They're compromised. How can you be in America where they get work? You are legitimate in the country, able-bodied man, woman. And you sit on your lap one, somebody who don't even know what's going on. Still don't know what's going on. He take clue from my game. I'm saying it to you. But that's aside the point. In a barrel. In the barrel, when you get gun in the barrel, when you're shooting, the shot can go one at a time. They don't go together. Remember today, while I will start, but he's not, because Umba is not, he doesn't even get it. So that one will get to it. Because they have just entangled themselves into a total web of mess. And that is embarrassing. That is disgraceful. That is disgraceful. That even the panelists on there can keep that joker in check. They can. Even the panelists. Can hold him to the facts. It's problematic. Where are we headed? So they're passing with this message now. If you will notice, again, it started with Senator Darius DeLong on Sunday. Go back and listen to it. That they should take, Alexander Cummings should take responsibility and so forth. Now, let me be clear on this. To the ANC people and Mr. Alexander Cummings, if you did anything wrong, take responsibility. Now, if you didn't do anything wrong, don't take responsibility. This is a serious trap these guys have set. If you try it and try to take any kind of responsibility, now you see they've gone away from the initial allegation. You know what they're doing? And they said that they're harmless changes, and they said that they're cosmetic changes, and they said that they're this. Cummings just need to take responsibility. He was leader. He was done honor his chairmanship. That's all we are asking. It might not have been Cummings that directly authored the document or that do the other one to the document, but we are just asking that he take responsibility. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm saying it. If you have done something wrong, if you are going to take responsibility, ANC people and Mr. Alexander Cummings, if you are going to take responsibility, you must ensure us and let us know why you're taking responsibility. What was your mistake? What was your fault? Let's be clear out. Because the trap these guys are setting is to even undermine the move that you're making independently. That is the intent. The intent is not the truth. They don't want the truth. They know the truth. They don't want the truth to come to the public. They don't want it to surface to the public. They don't. So they coordinate these conversations. They coordinate these things. And they say, we'll push him to the wall. We'll push them to the wall. Let them take some kind of responsibility. So you take responsibility, you know the end goal. Then they will use that to undermine you. And say, hey, you took responsibility. That is the game plan. So again, if you guys are going to take responsibility, take it and let us know what you did wrong. If you're not going to take responsibility, don't fall for this foolishness that these people are moving around with. Because for them, they're not focused. That's how I know they're not in sequence with the truth. Because if they were in sequence with the truth has to remain the truth. From day one, it has to have been one thing up until today. Listen, let me say this. First of all, the people that are planning some of these strategies, when I hear some of them, I just laugh. These are low-level criminals that don't even think about the repercussion, about the decision, the choices. They think right in the moment how to play and organize the criminal activities, the wrongdoings. But then they don't understand the implication, the consequences ahead. They don't even calculate ahead. So I know they're limited. I know that. Because you must calculate your move about the consequences ahead before you do it. Better now you wait and they didn't see this thing coming. They didn't see this whole noise coming. And we look forward, to this case going as far as it can go. Let the truth surface. And they're all jittering for this investigation that Mr. Cummings called for, this independent investigation. They're all jittering. So they're passing around looking for anything to throw on the wall for it to stick so that they can run with it. Anything. A few months ago, Senator Darius right on the scene said that he will not talk about CPP politics, he will not talk about any politics, he will not talk about anything. I'm disappointed in my friend Dylan. Very disappointed in him. A few months ago, he was right here, he said it, that he will only focus on his legislative agenda. He will take himself from in the CPP thing, he will do that one, he will do that one. This thing does not concern him. But he passing it around and he talking inside. Let me say this to my friend, Darius DeLong. Darius DeLong is a very good friend. Let me say this to him. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Come on, open the verse I give to you. You don't want to get into this. Slow down. I know what I'm saying. I care about you. I think you got some good in you. I don't think you're perfect, but I think you got some good in you. Slow down. You're a senator for Kante. You're not a talk show host. You're not a stooge. You're not nobody's puppet. Focus on your agenda. Leave this thing. Leave this thing. They play the thing going. You don't want to get implicated. Leave it. Leave it. Don't put yourself on record. Leave it. Leave it alone. Today, you're about to record today. I openly advise my friend, Senator Darius Dillon. Today is May 12th. And I'm going in here. I got Senator Darius Dillon number. We're friends on Facebook. I got his Facebook. I got his email. And I go in the back to go tell him. I'm telling him openly because I want to be on record that somebody advised you openly that I care about you. I'm not going to write anything. I will say right here, he following. He watching. He people would also send a video to him. He watching. I care about Senator Darius Dillon. I think there's some good in him. I don't care what little politics you're having going on. That's not my business. I don't care about that. Don't get in the middle of this. Oh. Darius, don't get in the middle of this. Leave it. There's something that you leave alone. Stay focused on what you initially said you would do. Leave the thing. Please leave the thing, I beg you. So, this is the goal. And this is what these guys are pushing. Let me say this. With where this is going, the North will not be easy. And they see the North on this thing, why they're jittering, why you see them adding with it, they're panicking. This who tell you they know? In La Bro can say about no ever low. They know. The government is not know they move. That's why Natana Magil, other people have coordinated with these guys to be sending these stupid messages around. Now, oh, he might just take responsibility and we'll just move on, and just take responsibility and just move on. Okay, well. Helena, I know you're not in touch. You're not in touch with reality. You're certified natural sycophant. So reality won't not in touch with you. If somebody tells you they leave from somewhere, they're not there again, they're not living there again. They're not there. They say that they don't know in CBP. That's why I say you're not in touch with reality. Some of us usually you're just, I don't know. Sorry to say you, but who says that, but you're not in touch with reality. Go get back in touch with reality and come on, mama. Let's talk. Yeah? Please go get back in touch with reality. I beg you. But let's move on. This is the end goal. This is the game plan. Let's push him to take some kind of responsibility. And when he takes the responsibility, then we'll run with it again. Up until now, the original claim has never been substantiated. All they're passing around with is one meaning. The document that was sent to NEC was colorful. Is another meaning. The document that was sent to NEC, they signed it the day, they signed it tomorrow. Another meaning. Why is the ANC men went on Facebook and said cosmetic changes? Why were they power went on Facebook and say cosmetic changes, and the other person said they were harmless changes? Let me tell you something. Let me say this to the other people who have done the accusing. Let me say this to them. Stay focused. What are the documents to NEC that blue, that red, that yellow? They signed it this or they signed it that. Let's get into the document and find out if it matches what was written versus what was not written. Simple and easy. Stop going around corners. Let's stop all this distraction. It is not important. What's important is the allegation that things were tampered with in that document. Let's stick to the stop, because this is not going anywhere. It's like you just go in cycles. How about we stick with the allegation that was made? Unless you tell me that you want to update your allegation, then that's a different case. But as to where is that now? Let's stick with the initial claim. Stop going around in circles. Stop wasting people's time. Stop making it to look like everybody in the CPP or everybody in the opposition bar and everybody just want to brand everybody, with some kind of stigma so that, no, that's not the truth. That is not the truth. Even good people can make mistakes, can make bad decisions. Yes. Good people can make bad decisions. No one knows all. And no man is an island. This idea that because Mr. Cummings joined CPP, so that means he's evil and it is done for him and his political career is done or whatever it is. No, that is not true. Because you have made some bad decisions and some mistakes. I have done the same. The question is, let's focus on this allegation and get the truth out. Let's get the truth out to the Liberian people. And that's what they don't want. They don't want the truth of this matter. They don't. They want to keep you in cycle and make it look like the opposition are serious so that they can give George Weah a second term to create a messy mess that he's already creating. That is the end goal. Remember, George Weah did not take power. They told you that they will be there for 12 years or 24 years. You really think this was going to be an easy ride? You really think this was going to be an easy ride? Joseph Boaga children working for George Weah. You ain't children working for George Weah. You want to say that lie? Go check the record. I lie. I blame it. The thing I'm saying here today, I lie. Go check the record. Some of you who are your political leader, go ask them. Go ask them. Now, I'm not here making a case for Mr. Cummings or making a case for anybody. I'm here to tell you that we, the people who are serious, that want the truth, let's focus on the truth. Let's not be distracted by these guys and the different cycles that they're in, because that's all they do. That is all they do. And that's all they want to do. Keep you in this kind of confused state of mind, keep you confused and running around in cycles. That's it. Today it's another allegation, tomorrow is another allegation, day after tomorrow is another allegation. Which one do we stick with now? Which one do we stick with? Let's stick with the allegation. Let's substantiate these facts, then we move on. They tell you I agree with ANC people? They really tell you so? I got fundamental issues with the ANC. I do. About how to go about things. I do. I've stated here before more than once. But does it mean that we should sit on the side and continue to allow wrong? And if we continue to do this, then when do we get this change that we want now? I'm not saying go put Alexander Cummings there to be president. I'm not saying go put Tiawan Kongole to be president. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let's start with the most important basic thing. Let's follow the evidence and the facts and get to this issue. Simple. Let others do that. That's our responsibility as citizens. I'm not asking you to go vote for somebody. I'm not asking you to join ANC or join the other party. I'm asking you, let's follow the facts so we don't make the mistakes that Doe and other people made in the past. That Chancellor them made. They accuse people and kill them innocently. They lie on people and kill them innocently in that country. Innocent people, blood was spilled. And we're seeing the same thing. And we who know better, we who think we want to do what is right, we who think we want to stand for what is right, why are we on the sideline? Why are we allowing these same people to come and come in a space and try to do the same thing? And we say we want this country to move forward. We want this country to change. You know how many people are fatherless and are motherless today? Because they kill the people only for some kind of mere allegation. You take the life of someone. Or you just destroy someone uno life for the rest of their life. You put a stigma and a dent on them. And you say we should sit down. You say we should shut up. And we want to talk the truth. You say, oh, you're supporting the person. Oh, that person pay you. The other person pay you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something today. For those of you who know me private, I want you to tell me the last time you know that I called in to work. I want you to tell me. I challenge any political leader, any political party. I challenge you to tell me. I challenge you behind closed door today and tomorrow. I challenge you to tell me when was the last time you ever send me fasting or I ever ask you or call you on the phone. That's why you see when I ready to talk, I don't even care. I say as it is. Because you know about the packet. I loaded one of spoon top panelists who signed contract. I loaded a spoon top panel who signed contract to Witherspoon. When you get that kind of spew gibberish and all of them fall in line, whether they disagree or not, you see the disagreement all in their faces, but they can't man up to talk. You think I load that? I load that somebody who was spoon a bad ticket for. I load that. Or I load that somebody who Alexander Cummings or Bernard Ayue or Baga say he get money anyway, so let me leave Baga. Let me leave Joseph Baga out of there. Let me leave Bojo out of there. Bojo not in the thing. Bojo ain't get cash, so I'll leave Bojo out of there. Or you be kind of bad ticket for opposition. I don't let that. If I'm supposed to go push my cartoon, I will go push it. Trust me, when the time comes, I will go push it. I don't even want no political party or political leader to do me a favor. I don't even want it. When I go to your horse as a political party or political leader, I go to your horse. Don't even give me water to drink. I will keep walking. Before I even come to your horse and I eat heavy my buffalo. So when you offer me anything, we're good. Because I don't want anything to be for you to look at me funny or to position me funny. I'm not even going to settle for that one. I'm not going to settle for that one. Oh, I'm not going to settle for that one. Because when I'm ready to speak, I want to be able to say the truth. You were on here. Last year, ANC were having a program in North Carolina. All the way you're now cost us. ANC people never invited or last minute time they said they wanted to buy our plane ticket. I got the messages here. I turned it down. I told Sekou I'm not going. So your thing said they're not good Liberians? You really think so? There are Liberians who are honest. They work for the money honestly. They work for the money honestly, and they're living an honest life. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying they don't have issues. But they're not compromised. And they're not in your little shenanigans and your little games. They're not part of it. They're not part of it. They can stay anywhere and boast of their honest earning. Whether they're cleaning floors, whether they're pushing some kind of cart somewhere, or whether they're at McDonald's or whatever it might be, they're earning their honest living. Yes, there are those Liberians that exist. You think everything should be about politics and lying on people and doing all kind of nonsense and saying this is politics, politics, politics. This is not right. So you want to fix the country, then let's fix the country. Let's start like this now. This small lie, let's start addressing them. Let's forget about the partisanship. Let's start addressing them. You get a bunch of people that can't even maintain a job in America trying to tell you. When you look at a resume, they now skip. They can't even maintain a job. And those are the people that will tell you how to go run a country. Don't you think this is how the stealing starts? You think it started because you put it in government? It started because you never even investigated the resume yet. You never even investigated. How the hell can you have people in this country and they're not doing anything? When you say it, then people take it personal. When you say you support this person, when they say you support that person. Now I put an open challenge to the whole SKT, to the whole ANC people. Even to Mr. Alexander Cummings, I put an open challenge to them. They're good Liberian people. And I want to urge and encourage the good Liberian people. Let us not make the mistakes of the 80s and the 90s. Let us stand up to these things. You don't have to support a man or a woman. But when it's wrong, let's stand for what is wrong and let's seek the truth. Now, I'm not saying Mr. Alexander Cummings did this or he didn't do this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, can we focus on the case here and let the evidence lead to where it is? Can we encourage the Solicitor General and other people to get to this case and provide the evidence and the fact and start stalling this thing and start fooling around, wasting our time? Can we do that at least? Can we start jumping around and start throwing things on the wall and thinking that it will stick? Can we do that as logical people that love the country? I could care less what party you support. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not here for party business. And I don't think that should be our focus. Our focus should be on let's get to the facts and let's move on. When you get distorted, anxious-looking Witherspoon who don't even understand the issues, because if you claim to get money and you still feel inferior as the way he behaves in public, then you got a bigger problem. Then you have a bigger problem. How the hell can you claim that you get money when you're sucking up to a bunch of criminals and crooks? And I'm supposed to take you seriously? I'm supposed to take you. You're supposed to be somebody who's. I'm supposed to take you serious. I'm supposed to take you serious. You'll be passing it around. You'll be taking the joke on for. You'll be taking them serious. They're dangerous people. I think Stanton is the small money version of Costa. Somebody that gets small money, but the same version of Costa, the same mindset. Oh, as a matter of fact, Costa, he pays Costa too. It will come out. Y'all relax. It will come out. Y'all relax. This joke on it, this is all a game. The thing that this is all a game. The thing that Ellen Tanya, they really think so. I'm saying it to you today. Go keep it on the record. He pays Costa. I'm saying it to you today. Costa, he pays Costa. I'm saying it to you. Oh, not even to forget when JMB came here. That will also come out. Relax. But we'll keep that one for you other news. When JMB came here, what a transaction that he did with us. You think there's a joke, eh? These guys are well coordinating. But let's move from the whole Cummings noise or whatever it is. You'll be saying that there. While you're sleeping, these guys are coordinating at night. They're on the phone talking. And the funny thing about it, the thing I want to download all the funny app and they playing all these stupid little games and shenanigans, we not know. Like we not get a recording, we not understand what they're talking. You're right. You're right. But let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next talking point here because I think that's important. I think it's important for us to get to the next talking point here so that we can clear some things out here. The CDC the CDC made a huge mistake. I want to say here today openly. The CDC made another huge blunder in the whole Sheikh case. Let me tell you something. I don't think Liberians should settle for less. I don't think Liberians should be treated as they don't know what's going on. I don't think Liberians should be treated as fools. I don't think so. I do not think so. Last year, or year before last, when the whole passport noise started, you can recall there was a gentleman named Andrew Wamplo. Andrew Wamplo and his entire family were denied. Let me tell you something. If you think that the U.S. government doesn't know what's going on, and you think that they are petty crimes, passing money around, will help you, you're wasting your time. Oh, I want to acknowledge one of my friends really quick before I get into the conversation. Devon. Devon. He's from Australia. He's a musician. Devon. One of his songs helped me a lot when I was going through my time of depression. Not depression, grief. And up until today, I listened to his song. I listened to that song, and I love that song. Devon, thank you. Thank you for all you do. Very good music you've made. You've made some very good songs. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate you. We thank you for all you do. Thank you so much. There's so many Liberians that might not have the opportunity to say, but thank you. Very good music, very good song. Yeah, a gospel artist. Whether you singing in your dialect or not, my man, I can enjoy you. But let's move on. The CDC made a serious error. It was not well thought through, and that's where Costa comes in again. That's where Costa comes in again. You know who they can really feel sorry for? There are two groups of people I can feel sorry for in the whole political thing: the Costacicians and the seditians, especially the Costacicians. I can feel sorry for them. I can really feel sorry for them. But the ones whose eyes are open now, whose faces are clear, they can feel that relief. They can feel that relief. And I believe when they lay down, they can feel that all those shackles are taken off them. You know what it means? For you to pass around and support a con artist or a criminal or a crook. You know what I mean? You got work on your hands. So if you recall, Costa most recently has been making a case against Sheikh for the government because he's got an instruction from the government to do so. But that's a stupid move, though. That's a stupid move. It's not well thought through. It's not strategic. Again, I hope you're hearing it. It's not well thought through. It's not strategic. I hope you're hearing it. It is not well thought through. It is not strategic. Sheikh wouldn't have talked about 7 people. But you decided to throw him on the bus. You decided to alienate him and make him look like he stole the passport. Wrong move. Wrong move. Harry Tucker is a people like you. Wrong move. Wrong calculation. Wrong calculation, wrong move. It will come out to haunt you very soon. And you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Something interesting. Look at what they wrote in Front Page Africa. I didn't know Liberia had a financial intelligence unit. And you got Betwale there, Samuel Tuwe there, Nathaniel McGill there, even President George Weah. Moving money around. You got financial intelligence unit. Look at these shameless, bad people. Look at them. Quote from Front Page Africa. Credit to Front Page Africa. But like I said earlier on, some of you are now on. I said Front Page Africa does have a lot of information. They're just dropping the trip. They think will get interesting. Long before Sheikh Bashir Kante could be arrested in the United States for money laundering, conspiracy, the Financial Intelligence Unit, the FIU, in Liberia was investigating his suspicious financial transaction and matching the cost of his extravagant lifestyle to the proceeds of his alleged business here in Liberia. Look at these shameless criminals. Look at these shameless criminals. Like that bunch of stupid people they're talking to. You were investigating Bashir, but you were accepting money from him for the bicentennial. Oh, okay. Y'all say he took one diplomat daughter's passport. What the name of that diplomat? What the name again? Y'all tried to put it on the representative, the CDC representative from District 14. They got him straight off the bat and said, you should cut the crap. He knows nothing about it. You guys are passing it around now. You really got a financial intelligence unit? You really got it? Look at these shameless criminals that are about to be exposed. Look at them. How they were investigating. How they were investigating. Are you serious? The head of the the head of the FIU, Mr. Edwin Harris, told BBC on Wednesday that a local bank sent a suspicious transaction report on Mr. Kande's account, which prompted an investigation into his deals in Liberia. When did they do that? Quote, in some instances, he was paying for funeral for the victims of Nukutown stampede, and he was involved in all sorts of activities that were questionable and raised red flag that indeed he was into unlawful activities. Look at it. Look. What kind of problem people we got on our hands on? So shame doing them. They're not proactive. They're not professionals. Social criminals. So when Sheikh decided that he would give P Square, and we came on the scene Facebook, we said that something was suspicious about it. You cost us. You're the seditions. Some of all you cost us. We had a whole show here. We had a show here. You cost us. But you see, this is the truth. I don't care how far you can go away from it. You still come back to it. You still come back to it. You can't run away from it. We talk about this thing here. Your cost us. Hey, you're costing us. They say we're jealous, we're hateful. So the financial union knew all of this thing. They were still accepting this man to pay on their behalf. And you think the American people supposed to listen to you? You see what man people? You see what? Let me send a direct message to my boy. Sheikh Bashir. Let me send you a direct message. Oh man. President again go to jail 2 times, yeah? For time by you eat it. Problem by you already inside. I beg you, Papa. Even if the president involved, oh man, all of them conspire to throw you under the bus here. They say you stole passport too. So I beg you, tell the truth. All those names and information you're holding back, oh man, I know you already started talking. Somebody, maybe you don't have a phone with you, but somebody will probably forward a Facebook message to you. So I'm gonna wait when they get you time for you to look at your phone. I beg you, yeah. Check the part of the show and listen to my advice. All the people that we get caught to, we send small thing to call and into yeah. And all the let's look here. Okay. Look here, check. The CDC led government to check into other people who are supporting these guys. This is exactly what it will do to you. when push come to shove, they will throw you on the bus as opposed to taking some responsibility or even identifying with you. Because for them, it's about who they can use. And when they're ready to dispose of you, that's how they act. There should be a resounding warning and message to all of you. There should be a resounding warning and message to all of you. There should be a resounding message, warning and message to all of you. That the CDC-led government will just use you and dispose of you. They don't care about you. But my sister, I know that Jofi Brown, you're right. I said it on the show here. Joe Weir is addicted to criminology. By extension, he's a criminal as well. Almost all the people that he really been around, they got some kind of fishy, funny character. He's just in all kind of shenanigans. The same applies to Joel Taylor. So funny people that she around. I told you before, I'm not going to say yeah, hard thing from you. These people, for the past 17 years, that's how they've operated. They know each other. Just a boy will fall down inside. Yo, watch. And yeah, his story coming out. His story coming out. His story coming out. They'll fall down inside one by one. You just watch. We're not turning on. We're not watching. We inside the thing, but I move on. So the CDC made a stupid move. That was not strategic. Let's move on to one of the talking points that I want to, before we get to the last talking point, and we'll close for the day. We'll give the announcement and close. To the part of my one Ben talking. A year or two back, some of us came on this show, the same show, and other shows. This is what we said to you. When the CDC, let me say the CDC, when the CPP decided that they will have a militant group, and you have an old guy, probably hitting in his 50s or something, boy-headed, I've been passing around being a bad boy to other people, calling the chairman of the CDC brigade, the CPP brigade. We told you that it was wrong. We dissolve that nonsense. We know what we're talking. We know back then what we're talking. When we told you that it is wrong, those of you in the opposition, we told the young people for you to get backpack on your back and passing around calling yourself militants, it was wrong. I ain't coming to the CDC yet. I want to stick with the opposition. Because the same way how we know that wrong is wrong, whether it is the CDC that will do it, whether it is the opposition that will do it, wrong is wrong. And wrong should be wrong. So I didn't listen to us. Just say we hate that, yo. Just say we hate the president. You said this and you said that. Today, you're seeing it coming to haunt us. This whole issue of militant, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. And with this, even the wearing of those berets They need to stop. You can't have a country that has so much violence for maybe over a decade, over 10 years. Even some of the songs that you sing, they're wrong. They can serve as triggers for some of these older people or some of the people that are in Liberia. They can serve as triggers. It's problematic. It's wrong. It's wrong. And this one goes to the younger people. I'm not here to say, don't allow these politicians, don't allow the political parties to dress you up. You got parrots on your head, and you blue revolution, you red revolution, and you did other one, and you brigadier, and you did other brigade, and you did other brigade. No, it is problematic. It's even unconstitutional. When we say this thing, you also we hate people. We're against government, we're against the person. These are common sense issues. These are common sense issues. A country where civil war was fought, a country in which you had atrocity committed by young people, by rebels, and the same way these rebels used to dress, the same way some of these guys are dressing, is triggering. It is triggering. It's problematic. The same way I will not use the F word in terms of altering a document because it is triggering for some people. And the same way we've told y'all stop this militant thing. It's okay for you to be youth as part of a political party. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay. Dressing as militants, passing around and singing rebel songs that the people used to sing is problematic. It's triggering. Y'all stop this thing. There goes to the ANC, the Liberty Party. You'll get that old man that passing around calling himself youth chairman, baron, whatever his name is, talking about a brigadier chairman and the other chairman. You'll stop those nonsense. You'll get these older folks to behave themselves. And you'll stop fooling around with them. This is serious. CPP brigade and the other one, that's not how you behave. These guys are not security people. We need to stop. Get all these bald-headed old men passing around and calling themselves youth with backpack on the back, misbehaving. The same applies to CDC. It's wrong. It's wrong. We can't keep justifying wrong and making excuses. When it is wrong, let's call it wrong as a nation and we'll move forward. I was here. I criticized the same CPP when they started that brigadier nonsense. I said, y'all stop this thing. And you'll get the older guys who ain't got no work to do to go sit down somewhere. They can either play Mawa or they can do jumping jacks or they can draw water to do something for their lives. Stop fooling around with these guys. Who say, you'll say we hate this group, we hate that group, we hate that person, we hate that person, but I hate them now. It was wrong today, it's wrong tomorrow. But let's get to the last talking point here. So I'm begging the CDC, I'm begging the opposition. They won't by begging all of y'all. I'm begging all of y'all. Y'all stop it, my people. I'm begging all of y'all. Y'all stop this war. They won. There is no joke about it. Y'all stop it. We're begging you, my people. You'll stop it. You'll cut all these different things. So our last talking point for the day here today, and we'll give you the announcement and go on. The big question is, when is JMB testifying? Let me say this to you. Think about this. Think about this. If The Solicitor General claims that the environment, there were too many people, or the Unity Party other people claim that there were too many people, so it was not safe for JMB to come. Also, how would JMB run campaign? So there will not be too many people. The player when you go run campaign, there will not be people that will be hostile, or they will not be chanting or making noise. So you're not run campaign, you sit in there. Go check my Facebook page. I told you before. This is all scam. It's all playing. Well orchestrated. They take JMB from the hall. They take Bojo. Bojo, they take him from the hall. Can't take friend air. Put him in the car, they just brought him out for a walk. That's it. They brought Bojo off for walk. Bojo took friend air. Put him in the car and carry him. Nothing else. Everything will be so scam. And we yeah. Now all they did a Bojo. Now all they did a Bojo. Bojo. Took Bojo for you. Put in car. Put one or two police that are even getting paid on time. You know the two group of people I worry about in the whole government. I feel sorry for that, the police and the judiciary system. These guys are working tirelessly, but they don't get paid. I don't even know why. If I hear about police for that reason, it's useless for me to be stopping the other protest, running behind the other criminal, doing the other one, and nothing going on. I can't get paid. I'm supposed to get myself out. Then I'd rather go get into some kind of business and hustle, or call family member for send me some kind of $100, $500, whatever. They start my own business and do my own hustle. I will get something from there. Then I go waste my time in the police. I ain't getting nothing. Not time I'm getting stealing, baiting homes or whatever it is. But the police are hungry. So that's what I did to Bojo, and that's unfair. Y'all brought Bojo from inside. Bojo could have taken a war right in your community. It's simple. You could have taken fresh air in your community. It's easy. Why you gotta bring Bojo in public and just passing it around? Bojo take small fresh air, you're putting by in the car and you're carrying him. You can't do this. We keep telling you can't do this to this man. You don't want to listen. So if Bojo couldn't go, Bojo not going to be among the crowd. Bojo would have come down from the car, you're carrying him, testify, he get by in the car and go home. But that's not the plan. The plan was to bring Bojo, let Bojo take fresh air. I let him walking a couple of feet, put him by in the car, carry him home. Simple. That's a game plan. And we watching it. We watching. That's all. So we're asking when is Bojo testify now? Are they coming weak? Okay. Then let Bojo come testify now. Or exactly. Bojo could have even testify on Zoom. Saying to the you're calling on Zoom, let him talk. But I scared too, you can put it on Zoom because somebody will be in the body. Last time we saw Bojo on Zoom, we saw one ping in the back. That one allowed to. But I hate that Bojo. Well, they see willing pay person. Bojo. They brought Bojo to make food out of Bojo. And I see all a Kosu looking surrogate there, shouting all day like something wrong with that. I'll be making food out of Bojo. I'll be saying I'll be making food out of Bojo. Bojo running out of steam. I'll be making food out of him. When he's all take regular exercise to walk, then they make it look like they bringing us out to come and something. I'll be there. And y'all think we're stupid. We know what's going on. Y'all think we know what's going on. Y'all be there with that foolishness. Y'all think that everybody will fall for that foolishness. How y'all gonna be treating? Yeah, LeBron get bad network. The man can handle technology. The man get stooges that can talk to him. That can talk for him. So I'm begging you, to the Solicitor General, all, we got fathers or we got grandfathers that have passed on, or we got people in our life that are older. Don't treat Bojo like that again. If you know you're not going to let a man know, come and say any word, let a man take a walk in your community, right to rehab there. He's not far from Joe. We had right across the street from each other. That road divide there. I've been there a couple of times. He's not far from Joe. So Bojo can take a walk and just go to Joe. Play there. Walk from right across the road. His security can stop traffic for a few seconds. Bojo cross the road. Walk to Joe. Hall there. The Joe security will not put any, they don't have to create any kind of security protocol or whatever. He didn't have to go to jail where they don't even, because Bojo not carrying weapon. Let him just walk in the community, take some more fresh air and go back inside. Y'all stop giving them a hard time. Y'all leave Bojo alone. We're begging y'all. So that there, my people, we'll leave it here today. The topic is on Bojo, waiting for Bojo to testify. Whenever Bojo ready, we'll be here, we'll listen to him. And Bojo should know that when he comes to testify, the people will ask him questions. There will be no sustain. Because Serena Stephen, when they ask one question in the code, then he leave her hand and say, sustain, this, that. He will be doing it for like, just to distract. He don't want to ask his people question or to cross-examine them. So, Bojo, you yourself need to advocate for yourself now. Because the anything going out of hand, Bojo. Think about it. So that there, we did the other thing on Bojo and we move. We gotta go. Thank you for sticking with us. Tomorrow we'll be on Mental Health and Wellness, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Please tune in. We're finishing up the series. The last series we're finishing up. We're finishing up. So please, let's be on. Let's invite someone. Thank you for sticking with us and staying with us. We got to run. We have a meeting here, so we got to run. Thank you so much. Have a good day. And sorry we didn't take calls. We should have guests on Saturday and Sunday, but we'll let you know. Please follow SKTV for updates and announcements. Thank you. Happy weekend. And we want to welcome all of you to Arizona. Those of you that are coming, welcome. We're having an inauguration here on the 21st. Welcome to Arizona. Have a good day.
You don't even know my story. You don't even know your story, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you know, on the beat, I be a loca. So moral. You post a new car on Facebook, but that's so la la. You working better. Loving and arguing, jealous, say you photo. My advice for you, in my way, I got to confess. Confession. You gotta confess. You must have the impression. Enjoyment, got your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing.